Hello guys, welcome in. If you've clicked on this video later on, I'm currently going live probably a couple days early. You'll still feel the new moon now, but I'm just doing the channeled reading for it today with the notes. If you want to check out the astrological notes that I've written up, they're linked in the description box below. If you want to check them out, it'll just help you understand, I guess, what's happening up in the solar system, because what happens above happens below, so within, so without, as within, so without. So I'm just gonna actually just clear a bit of the space here with a little bit of a smoke cleanse. How's the holidays been? I have been sleeping a lot. Taking a well-needed break from tarot. As much as I love it, a break is... breaks from things are important, okay? Sometimes, as I'm a Capricorn, I can overwork very easily. Hey, much love from Melbourne. I wonder what sort of, what area you're in. Maybe don't say it on here. Cleanse a bit of the space. It's going to be quite a new moon. Like, I don't know if anything massive will really happen at the new moon, but I think it's, you know, it's what's coming after. Perhaps in the cycle. Yeah, because the new moon cycle goes for 2 weeks. Okay, Sunby, yeah. I'm going to look that up later. I can't obviously, like... say it because this will be on my page, but I'll somehow let you know where I am. But I'm just gonna, like, if there's any kind of standouts from the notes that I wrote, 1966 was the last time we had the fire horse, and it was very dynamic for artistic expression, revolutionary energies, poetry. I feel like there's a lot of that's also coming online. There was a lot about women's rights, LGBTQIA plus rights, civil rights, human rights, you know. And I think it has a lot to do with Pluto moving into Aquarius. And I mean, that's how sort of Pluto in Aquarius works, right? It shows us everything that's sort of horrifyingly unequal in society for us to make those changes. But yeah, there's a lot of planets conjuncting Pluto. So shortly after the new moon, there will be, we're going to be sort of newly activated, because Pluto hitting all, like, Venus, Mercury, Mars, the sun and the moon. Is there another one? Yeah. No, I think I said them all. It's pretty much all levels of our being activated right now. And yeah, I was expecting like a really big crescendo to happen at the end of the year with the energies of 2025. But I was I don't know why, but in my brain, I was expecting it to hit before New Year's. But of course it's not, right? Of course. 2025 doesn't really close out until March 20th. So I think we're going to be in the energies of the crescendo happening right now. And I think that's pretty evident with, you know, the riots, or more the protests that we're seeing in, yeah, definitely. I feel it now, right? It's like the energies happening in Iran, especially with the women there and the hijab. And then we're also seeing things happening in Venezuela. right? Like, what is that all about? Yo, yikes. And I see both sides of it, you know, so what I do know is we're not getting all the information, so it'll be interesting to see. So thank you for being here. I'm just gonna check. I'm gonna open it up here so I can see if you message. It'll be interesting to see. So thank you for being. Okay, perfect. Got it. Cool. Thanks for being here. So I'm going to do a channeled reading. So let's start. Oh, as I was shuffling, okay, these cards came out and they just fell so perfectly. It just felt like a message for us, okay? These literally fell out like this. And it says karmic completion with happy ending. Happy ending with karmic completion. So there's definitely, and we've also got self-love, okay? So it does feel like there's been an increase in the self-love lately, right? Enjoy. Yay. Cool. There's definitely been this self-love practices, or this new level of self-love that you've incorporated into your life has caused this karmic ending, right? Has caused it. Let's see what this, let me just get a little bit of info here. What's this about? Friend. Okay. So, surprise at the bottom of the deck. Surprise new friend coming in. Let me just see. What else? Oh. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Look. Love. Lover. Friend. It's so funny because I keep getting this energy through for the collective here of love coming in, like a connection coming in. Frivolity with the butterfly. I've been seeing a lot of butterflies as signs lately as well. We are in a time of huge transformation. I reckon we can feel it, right, fam? We can feel it, we can sense it. There's very highly sensitive people in this collective. I can't, like, this is literally like a lover coming in because they're attracted to you, because you're done with the karmic loops of learning about love, what real love is, right? It does feel like this new person that's coming in is going to be helping you know more what that love is. Look what I just cut to. And this is popping out at the back. This is a lot of super positive, freaking loving energy, okay? I love that so much. So unexpected. It's not really unexpected. It's not really. Let's get some other themes out though for this new moon. Oh my gosh, that is just wild. Okay, I've been seeing a lot of 77s as well. 777 keeps being a bit of a message that's shown to me. I've also got manifestation coming out and perseverance coming out, okay? So that, like, whenever I prep the decks, little messages pop out and I feel like they're for me unless I feel called to speak on them. And I saw the magician manifesting, right, through our own will. And then I saw the Three of Wands, which is our ships coming in, manifestations coming in, having to have the perseverance to follow a vision, to follow a desire, to follow a spiritual calling into its manifestation. So there's absolutely some kind of manifestation coming in, okay? I felt that before I even started the reading today. That's so cool. Okay. Does any other ones want to come out, Spirit, for that? For any other themes? Oh my God, again. Karmic completion. Ah, spirit's free. And self-love popped again. I'm so glad that resonates for you, my love. Ah, the energy in this... The energy in this reading is off the chain. New beginnings. Yeah, this new moon, because it's technically happening on the 18th, which is a couple days away, right? It's the start of a huge new cycle, it feels. Something to do with creativity as well. Ooh. Show me this karmic completion, Spirit. Show me this karmic completion. Oh, yeah. Page of Pentacles. Definitely going to feel a lot more grounded, yeah? A lot more grounded now that this karmic completion is sort of finished. And look, strength, yeah, because we've learned everything that we could from this karmic completion. It's fed into our strength. The strength card is really about loving ourselves. True strength is true gentility, especially first for the self. And it's our feminine magic coming online here. So this is a brand new phase of our feminine magic now coming in to ground us in a whole new way. Because this karmic energy, we're done with it. We're just done with it. We're uprising is what I want to say. We're up leveling, because every page really is an up level. And especially the Page of Pentacles is a manifestation. This can be some kind of like money offer, prosperity, abundance, a receiving, because it's physical, right? But this can also be like an upgrade in our stamina, in our well-being, in our energy. It can be an upgrade in, I just heard finances, so that really wants to be a bit of a focus point. Do one. Okay. Yeah, but pages are always a brand new phase, right? So this is a huge new phase. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Something is about to tip into the physical. Yeah. Because something's still integrating. There is like this old phase, and it's probably from the karmic loop, right? Something is still integrating from the release of that karmic completion. Like if you think about it with the Ten of Wands, whenever we finish with the Ten of Wands, it's a release of a big burden. It's a release of a creative project that we've been like pushing and striving and pulling out of the ether and, you know, like using our energy to create something out of completely nothing. So once we release it at the Ten of Wands and it actually starts to bless the world, we can feel exhausted, honestly, because it's like we put it down and we sit and we integrate that journey. And it's like that happens between that and the Ace, yeah? So I'm always drawn to this being like the space between the new beginning. We're in that space between the new beginning, but something is about to manifest physically. But at the time of this new moon, it's like we're still sensing it. We're still sensing it. But it does feel like it's going to drop in quite quickly. Yeah. I feel like the Tower is like Uranus energy. I might have to double check that, but it does feel like it's quite sudden. It's quite unexpected. And that really does relate with the astrology notes that I posted. They are linked in the description box below. It's sort of like when Pluto conjuncts a lot of planets. Anytime Pluto conjuncts, especially in Aquarius, it's like awakening. It's quick. It's almost like sudden destruction, which the Tower can be about. But what breaks down actually allows for something much better to come through. So this something about the lily. Could be at the Ace of Pentacles. About the Lilith moon. Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure. I have to look at that actually. I love Lilith. I love Black Moon Lilith. Mine's in Scorpio. I'll double check that. That's cool. Six of Pentacles is about receiving. Yeah. And that's just what I cut to, right? So it's like change is bringing in a sudden receiving from a space of, do you know what I mean? Like it's like here from not having something, from something not being in our hands to some kind of like awakening, disruption, destruction. I think back in the day as well, the Tower used to be Pluto, but it depends how you read it, right? I'm not going to get into that now. But Six of Pentacles is like resources showing up. Oh yeah, because Pluto is conjunct with Venus. It's the first conjunction that we have. It's going to signify like a rebirth kind of energy, a rebirthing. I was going to say reborning. But like another really important aspect to this new moon is this perseverance that you've shown to master something. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles is that mastering of a craft, and the craft can be even just our physical wellness, right? Our routines, how we take care of ourselves. But this particular one always makes me feel like it's kind of like spiritual. It's a spiritual connection with the moons, a spiritual business. But generally, Eight of Pentacles is any kind of like craft that you've been really applying yourself to. So I'm going to take the Six as well. Fascinating. Yeah, it really feels like you've persevered in building something into the physical. Yeah, into the physical. So it could have required a lot of study. Yeah. What do I want? Oh yeah, got to do Moonology. Got to do the Moonology cards. Let's see, Spirit. What else do we need to know for this new moon energy? Oh my God, that's so funny. This popped out when I was shuffling. It's the third quarter moon. Hi, Crochet Corsair. Sorry if I said that wrong. Ah. Oh, that's so cool. Oh my gosh, I have a new coat. Oh my God, bag beanie set. That is such... Why did I see a coat? I don't even know. Oh yeah, this heart is like... There it is. I have a little symbol of a heart that covers it up, so I can't really read it, but... Hey! Thank you for being here. That sounds freaking amazing. I'm so excited for you. But look, we've also got third quarter moon here. Third quarter moon coming through with adjustments are required. Let me just keep... The end of a tough cycle approaches. Look at that. Aww. Late's better than never. No. Thanks for being here. Thank you. Yeah, so the end of a tough cycle approaches, okay? I just got another card that said bringing love into the situation. So there's definitely, this part of the receiving could be love. Take it if it resonates. But we've got, yeah, have faith in in your dreams right now, right? Have faith in what you're wanting to create, because it's spiritually led. Yeah, it's going to get you out of your comfort zone somehow. It's going to carry you along that journey, right? Does anything else want to pop? Communication, manifesting communication, perhaps. Just get like one or two of these just to see. Wow. So we've got Archangel Michael coming through. Eagles again. Eagles. keep being such a sign for me. But we've got patience, okay, with liberation. Wow. Okay, so in the notes that I wrote, yeah, it's like things are going to be collapsing, and I think that's going to really ramp up. Like the end of January is going to feel very different to the beginning, okay, from what I've researched. And the end is going to carry a lot of dynamic energy because it's going to build up and ramp up to February, which carries, there's a lot going on in February. It seems like it's going to be very intense in February. So I feel like whatever's collapsing is actually going to bring us more freedom with this liberation energy, yeah? And we've kind of have to, I feel like we have had to have patience for this year to freaking end, right? I know I have. No, it's like the year that keeps on going. It feels. It's been a long year, right? Even if at times it's felt like it's moved quickly. Like like a lot of people say that it's moved quick. I don't know if I would say that. I think in ways it has, but it's felt like a long year, yeah. Oh, Spirit's just making me think of the eclipse that's coming up 17th of February. Now, anything that was happening in your life in June, July, and August, right? Whatever was happening around that time in 2025, that was like a rehearsal for what's going to be happening in that eclipse that's coming. And for me, I moved house. I ended like a karmic connection. Well, it was already over, but I actually moved away from it, and moved into a new place and whatnot. Lived alone for a little bit. So I'm just like, okay, let's see how that all, comes about. Let's see. All right, what do I want to grab now? Maybe some tarot. Let's see, what's this liberation about, Spirit? The moon. The moon. It's hidden. We're meant to just go through it. But also this could be liberation within the subconscious part of ourselves, like it's a deep liberation. So this could be almost like, a deep evolution within ourselves. In the subconscious aspects of ourselves. Any other ones for the liberation card, Spirit? Justice, Knight of Swords. It's definitely some kind of liberation into do with the mind, releasing resistance, releasing some kind of slow pace, and bringing us further into balance. That liberation is like, it's still, justice is about us really cutting away karma. Justice is all about karma. Cutting away more of anything that's still pulling us off balance, I guess. It's very internal. That feels very internal. It's like an internal releasing, spiritual, which will actually allow us to move forward quickly. Wheel of Fortune. Look, there's Four of Swords as well. So there's a lot going on in the mind space with that liberation. So, yeah. Cutting cords, I just heard. And it's right on time. Right on time. Oh, you're Cancer. So cute. I'm Cancer moon. My moon's in Cancer. So I'm like you. I feel very, very connected to the moon. Just cutting to the world, which is like a huge completion, right? Huge completion. Woo, with the Ten of Cups behind it. And just as we're talking about the moon, right, with Cancer, the Chariot pops out. ruled by Cancer. Beautiful. Yeah, it definitely feels like there's going to be some rapid movement forward. I keep cutting to the world. Okay. What adjustments are required here, Spirit? If it's going to pop, let it pop. Page of Wands. Page of Wands. It feels like adjustments are going to be required to a current process, like a current creative process or a current kind of creative flow, because there's going to be like a new version of us or a new desire, something exciting emerging that's going to require us to adjust what we're already working on to make space, it feels like, to make space for it. Definitely feels like there's some kind of help coming in. This fell over the patience card, so it's almost like we've had to be patient in bringing in this lifestyle that we desire, right? Anyway, show me one more for this patience and the Four of Wands. Patience in creating a vision, right? Four of Wands is all about creating a vision, the completion of a vision. It's proper manifestation and gratitude. Service. Okay, yeah. You have to be patient in the way that you are of service to the world and its manifestation, I want to say. Okay, so let's do some different tarot. Start laying down a bigger message here, Spirit. Ace of Swords in reverse. Ace of Swords in reverse. I read that as Ace of Swords. It's Nine of Swords. Ace of Swords talks about truths being revealed, hidden truths, right? There's so many messages coming in. Nine of Swords in reverse. Look at that. 2 nines in reverse. Nine of Cups in reverse. You know, this is really giving some kind of like personal achievement, okay? Because the Nine of Cups is still a very positive card, yeah? It's still a very positive card, but it's in very internal. Nine of Cups, it's the internal achievement of the release of a very negative mindset that has taken up a lot of focus, okay? Because the Nine of Swords in reverse talks about like terrible kind of fear, terrible illusions that have clouded all aspects of our mind. And it does feel like it's moving into that 10 phase, which is the total death of a very hindering negative mindset, yeah? So that's why it's a very personal achievement, because I feel like there's going to be evidence of some paradigm shifting, internal paradigm shifting, and that's required a lot of perseverance, because it does feel like that mental paradigm has affected your ability to build into the physical. Look, Eight of Wands is coming out. Eight of Wands with the Five of Pentacles. It's interesting because the Eight of Wands has a very mental aspect to it. The Eight of Wands, all the eights are ruled by Mercury. So it's talks about finding a very empowered flow, because it's how we handle our subconscious mind, yeah? Eight of Wands is a swift movement forward, because it's like our spirit, our soul, our energy, and our mind work together, and therefore things just take off, right? Things just take off. See all these wands flying everywhere? So it feels like this internal achievement of a breakdown or a big release of this mental paradigm is bringing this really strong momentum through a lack mindset, through a lackful situation. Look, judgment, yeah. It's a total wake-up call out of lack here. A total wake-up call, and it feels quick and swift, okay? There's a lot of internal communication that's happening from spirit, guides, ancestors. They're going to be guiding you through this period. I mean, the Five of Pentacles can talk about when we're struggling physically, yeah? Struggling physically. But it just feels like she's literally skipping away from this energy, right? Skipping away. So by remaining focused on your dreams and having faith in your dreams, it feels like it's like a wake up out of a bad dream, I want to say. Yeah. And I've got the Magician. Look, Magician, into the new beginning. Wow, Judgment into the Magician. That's hearing the call of the divine. There's definitely some manifestation coming in suddenly that's going to pull you out of some kind of like sense of poverty or sense of hardship, because you're manifesting ascending and awakening. Oh, my palm is hurting. What? Like really badly. Ow. I don't know if that's relevant. This wake-up call's going to put you onto like a new beginning or a new trajectory. The Hermit. Seven of Cups. And the Empress, yo. What? With the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom, upright this time. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely this element of receiving. And look, with this energy, at the time of this full moon, new moon, new moon, there may be some kind of isolation here, right? Some kind of isolation. This is tuning into spirit, right? It's tuning into spirit. And it does feel like it's getting clear on illusions. This is really giving the energy of truths being revealed, right? Because I don't know about you, but Spirit's been taking me on little rabbit holes of like learning about Tartaria, what actually happened in the 1800s. I feel drawn to looking into the 1700s. There's a lot of history that we've been taught that is completely untrue. Anything in history books is pretty much like false, really. Which has been hard for me to download because it's sort of like, how could they lie that much? So this is giving the energy of like perceiving through the illusions that exist, right? And being able to remain in this feminine connection. Yeah, they don't match tech. And like the lanterns even, they used to be all free power, free electricity. The reason they dropped like nuclear bombs in like 1812, people were reporting about it and not understanding what they were actually reporting of the time because they just thought it was fires. But these fires, like, they were melting stone and things like that. You know, it's totally like radiation, and they weren't aware of it at the time, which is just like sad for our history. But also the crystal, what is it? Crystal palaces, glass palaces, and how there was this whole generation. Like, why did they destroy those? You know, and people probably say these are conspiracy theories. Whatever Spirit shows me that feels true and right, it's what I consider to be true and right, yeah? So it does seem like cloning has been around for a lot longer than any of us are aware of. Yeah, there's been a huge agenda for a really long time, and that's coming through with this energy. Yeah. at the Emerald City, yeah. This is that connection to spirit, right? Remaining grounded, connected to the divine. It does feel like these illusions that are being brought to us are very feminine led. So that might be coming through more in this cycle coming up, yeah. It might be. Take it if it resonates. It's just been really relevant to my journey. And it does feel like as well, there's like something that you're doing, some way you're putting yourself out there, okay? Even perhaps with whatever's about to be manifested in for you, that's going to cause some kind of like it's a way of you being of service, okay? It's causing some people to talk about you, is what I want to say. Could be negatively. You know, because 5 of Wands is that karmic energy, but it's almost like you're not going to be bothered by it, you know? It's not even going to be really in your radar, on your radar, but it's going to be happening. So I'm just drawn to say, like, you know, if you've got your little protection tools, definitely lean into those. Just because the brighter you shine, the further you go on the journey, it's going to attract a little bit more energy, but at the same time, no one's external energy can actually affect you massively. Do you know what I mean? You might sense it or feel it. I know sometimes I do. But yeah. Actually, I was just drawn to these. Also, I got 2 new decks. I got this Fin de Shield Kipper deck. Fins de Skip. I'm not even going to try. Okay. And the Romance Angels Oracles. Actually, maybe I should look into those because we did have love coming out. I'll just do a little shuffle from these. Oh, all right, all right. Just let me, okay. Do any of these want to pop out for this reading, Spirit? Red flags. There's that karmic energy, right? Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. There's that hermit energy. Very soon is coming through. We clearly decide what you want. So if there is some kind of love energy that you're desiring, okay, get clear on that, yeah? I don't feel like that's for everyone. And I also want to get some self-care tips from Spirit that we should be doing for the time of this new moon. I was really drawn to reading books. Got a few new journal is coming through. Dream journal is coming through as well. So dreams have been off the freaking chain lately. So maybe making note of those. We've also got intuition coming through with be still. So yeah, that definitely, you know, oh look, meditate as well. So new moons are the best for being still, obviously. There's definitely some kind of, there's definitely messages that want to come through from ancestors, through your intuition. So actually being still. Look, I cut to meditate again. Okay. There's definitely messages that want to be shared with you. Anything else, Spirit? Intuition is going to be speaking loudly. You're going to feel it stronger than ever, I would say. Building strength. Yeah, I did see movement as well. So if you do feel drawn to that, getting out for a walk, I feel. Actually, I'll leave these up here. why my palm is bothering me. What are some final messages here, Spirit, for us? On stage and on show. Yeah, that's where this Five of Wands energy is coming in. On stage and on show, it's happening. Trust. You're having a wish come true. A manifestation, right? A manifestation. I'll get one more of these. Look, you're having a wish come true, a manifestation with arrival. But look, there's still this entangled tugging on your energy, right? Which is very much the Five of Wands. Because it sort of doesn't really place that Five of Wands. It was very random. But I think it's because this Hermit energy, right? You're with Spirit. You're connected with Spirit. You're aligned with Spirit. You're doing the divine's work, yeah? And when you're on that trajectory, it causes other people to have a freaking opinion, okay? I have been seeing this energy of like a glow up taking place as well. Take it if it resonates. Some last messages. New spiritual gifts coming online. Absolutely. In this cycle. I feel like intuition's getting stronger, and if you're a reader, it's going to definitely help, right? In between two timelines, it's coming through. Reconciliation. Yeah, okay. Your body's going to be speaking to you, surrounded by your ancestors right now. That's why they want to speak to you. There's a lot around you. It does feel like there's definitely this higher level or higher connection. Like almost the veil is thinner with guides, ancestors, galactic families that are feeding in energy right now. And I feel like they're feeding in supportive energy because we're about to, I just heard calm before the storm. It's like we're about to sort of, it's about to pick up, but it doesn't always feel bad, but it's just, it might be a little bit like testing is what I'm sensing, because we're adjusting to new frequencies, right? So listen to your body. But if there's anyone that's like violated your boundaries in the past, or anyone that's sending you negative energies, it's just not working. You're too protected, because you're also coming into this time of abundant harvest. I keep seeing the word harvest around, and there's energy of like people spying on you, looking you up. I know it is for me. Yes, the nuclear explosions have damage in the fabric of reality. Oh my god, CERN's tests. Yikes. Yikes. There's just so much. There's so much. Also, I went down like another rabbit hole of with like celebrities and the whole music industry, and how pretty much like with essentially who killed Prince and Michael Jackson. It's horrible actually, but yeah, look, it's giving yucky. Crown chakra as well coming through. I went down quite a few rabbit holes through Christmas. Telepathic communications coming in. Yo. I'll just get some of these as well, but I'm sort of feeling like the main messages we've got have come through. Look, Cancer's popping out. Cancer and Saturn. Oh my God, that's so funny. Yeah, Alice or Neo. Yes, I agree with that. Yeah, always protected. Always protected. I got Saturn coming out, right, with Cancer, which is really interesting because Saturn rules Cancer. Saturn rules Capricorn. Okay. Karma. More energy of karma. Receiving Dharma. That's what I would say from that. First house with the Aries. There's that appearance energy. Expression. Pallas Athena. Mental creativity. New creations. Being grounded. From the internal realm. Look, be selfish. Don't have to tell me twice. Yeah, you could be quite solo right now with Date Yourself coming out as well. But, yeah, there's definitely, with the 11th house coming out, there's definitely like new groups coming in. This is the energy of a revolution. New groups, new friends coming in. I'm sure energetically you've been feeling it. Look, caught off guard. Caught off guard with the 6th house. Sixth house can also be about crises. So yeah, there could be some collapses in systems, like currency could be really affected. There could be collapses in, even like with apps, internet, behind the scenes services, the dark web. That's all I can remember from my notes. There's more in there. So remember with Pluto, whenever Pluto's around, the destruction. Look, I just cut finding coins, so it could affect the currency because Venus rules money, wealth, worth. So yeah, just keep that in mind. I don't think it'll be like horrendous or anything like that, but there could be some shifts in the money, like the currency. Yeah. But I think I'm going to leave it there. That was fun. It was so nice, like, connecting with you guys. Definitely dealing with polar opposites meeting in some way. It's definitely in the energy. It's, I'm a Capricorn Sun, Cancer Moon. So I've had a lot of internal conflict in my life. Hence why I'm here doing this work. But yeah, they can be a beautiful, also Cancer and Capricorn are like the father and the mother. And I did see a card earlier that was talking about parenting. So we could be in a phase of like, you know, loving ourselves, parenting ourselves, if you're seeing this, you know, taking care of ourselves in a way that's new to us, but that's actually healing us, and it'll be something to do with how we can teach others. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. Oh, it could be like polar opposites, like masculine and feminine, as in coming into union. Yeah, it's been so nice connecting with you. I'm so excited to see your crochet journey. You're probably in the planning phase of that now, right? Because that would align with the Capricorn, the new inspiration coming in. The steps will come through. The stages and the steps will come. Oh, do you want to see a drawing I did? I've started drawing again. Well, like, I've always wanted to draw, but like I haven't drawn very well. But then all of a sudden I started drawing again, and like, it's just so much better than I've ever drawn before. This I drew, it's like those marble kind of like people. And this one I'm working on right now. It's the High Priestess. It's coming through. And I did this other one. I'm just so proud of them, honestly. So I really want to draw in this next phase. I feel really, I want to explore like my art more, you know. And it's like, oh, I already spend a lot of time building this tarot journey. So it's like, how am I going to fit it all in? But that doesn't matter. It's just about saying yes. Oh, hi, Serpy. Hello. Serpy's come to say hey. Anyway, it's been great connecting. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for being here. Thank you for interacting. And I'll see you in a future one. I'll see you in a future post. Yeah, I should make a deck, hey. I can definitely feel that in the works. But yeah. Sending you so much love. Mwah. Have a good sleep. See you later.